Hi guys. Today I wanted to talk about a topic that is pretty important to me. I'm gonna talk about. I'm going to talk about one of my biggest regrets that I have, um, and probably my single biggest regret is not spending more time with my mom. Yeah. Um, so for some background, my mom was not there for me in a lot of times in my life. Um, and she wasn't the most healthy individual, but when we got to see her, um, it was awesome. She was single-handedly one of the most beautiful people I've ever known in my life. And she had issues that made her difficult to be around sometimes, but when she was healthy, she was one of the most just amazing people. I'm not even saying that like as her son. I mean like, well, I mean obviously I can't really say it without bias, but also like she just cared so much about other people, and she was truly amazing to be around. Um, and I wanted to talk about the importance of making time for those people in your life. You know, um, your family, but I don't mean just like your family. I mean like whoever you consider family. Spend time with those people. Because they might not always be there. Um, I think so many people, or in myself included, um, get distracted by things that don't matter. Um, for me, it was like I would go over to her house and I'd play video games. You know, video. There's nothing wrong with video games. There's nothing wrong with like taking some time for yourself. And if you're like recharging your batteries and whatnot, life gets crazy. I'm just saying like there was so much time that I wasted that um, I could have spent being with my mom. You know, um, because I mean it was a lot of time. I mean, like thousands of hours. Like I'm serious, like thousands of hours that I wasted, and I could have spent time with one of the most beautiful people that I knew, and I just wasted it on stuff that doesn't matter because it's so easy to get distracted, and it's so easy to think that you have more time, but more time is not always guaranteed. More time is it's not certain with that person. So enjoy it. You know, make the time. And something else, you have to make the time. You're busy, you have your commitments, you have time that you need to have for yourself, but you have time that you need for that person, for those individuals that you consider family, that mean the world to you. Let them know that they mean the world to you by showing up for them. When they invite you out, when they invite you places, when they want to like sit down and do whatever it takes to connect with that person. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. For my mom, it was like she would invite me to go to the grocery store, and I didn't want to go because I was a teenager and I was playing video games. That doesn't matter. What mattered was spending time with my mom, and I didn't do that. And now I get to look back and think about all of the hours that I wasted doing stuff that doesn't matter. You know, I will never get that time back. I will never see my mom again. I will never I will never get to talk to her. I will never get to hug her. I will never get to watch another show with her. I will never get to be around her again. She was one of my best friends. I could tell her anything. She loved me unconditionally, and I wasted it. And I'm just trying to say that if there's someone in your life that loves you like that loves you like that loves you for you, who never judges you, who's always there for you, who wants to be around you, be around those people, please. Be around those people, because someday if you don't, I'm speaking. This is I am 18 years old. Okay, I I'm gonna look back on that decision, on those repeated decisions for the rest of my life, and wonder why I didn't do things differently. You know. So I just wanted to say it, and it's another thing. If you have somebody that's like that, and I mean, like, you just haven't talked to them in a while because you get busy and like all the stuff that life is crazy, and it is. You still have to make the time. You can't just like expect more, you know. Um, which sounds like a pessimistic thing to say, but you just need to be aware that time is finite. And I thought I had more because I was like what 14, 15, 16. And I thought I had more time with my mom. Well, no, I didn't. Um, so I'm just trying to be cognizant of how you're spending your time. Be aware that you could be spending that time with another individual that loves you more than anything else. Um, yeah. And then another thing, this is kind of like in the same vein but a little bit different. If you have somebody that you love a lot and like you have like a disagreement or like some sort of like fight or whatever, and you just kind of distance happens, but you still love that person and you miss that person and they're healthy to be around. That's another key factor. If they're healthy to be around, if they made a mistake and it is like it was a horrible mistake, or you make a mistake and it was a horrible mistake, that like time, hopefully time would fix that. If you have any interest in being around that person again, reach out, find something that works with that person, like rekindle that relationship, because you don't always have more time. So I just wanted to talk about that because I see so many people um, with that mindset that they have more time and like what they do right now doesn't matter, and there's always going to be more. um, but like I said, there's not always more time, so just enjoy the time with those people. um, Make the time for those people, rekindle those relationships, and don't look back like me. I'm 18. Don't look back and say, like, I should have done things differently. It doesn't matter how old you are, by the way. Like, you can be like 20, 30, 40, anything, any age. This applies to everyone. This is not like specifically for teenagers, but for teenagers in particular, I've noticed that like we are so bad as a generation, are so bad at like prioritizing what matters because it's so easy to get distracted. And I'm still guilty to this day with my family and my friends. I waste my time. So I'm saying like you need to make the time, be cognizant of like if you're falling into like a cycle, like you're just like doing the same thing over and over again, and you could be doing something productive with that time. like like I said, relationships in particular, because relationships are the most important aspect of life. But I mean, that could be other things as well, like life giving hobbies, stuff, constructive things, okay? Things that give back to you once you invest in them. So for me, now I have my family and I have really good family, friends that are family that I need to be investing more time in and spending less time. Like for me, it's um, like YouTube, or like personal care stuff. Like that stuff is fine, but like you have to realize that when you do that, you're spending that time on things that don't ultimately matter as much. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to say that you shouldn't take care of yourself, but I am trying to say you need to be aware. So just spend your time wisely. And I think that's an important message that everyone needs to hear. So, all right, y'all, have a good day wherever you are. Enjoy it, reconnect with those people, make time for those people. All right, peace.